before we get started, click that like button, turn on notifications, give her a huge thumbs up, and also stay at home.
So I wrote some notes down. Always a good note taker. When I was a witness, I was a good note taker. Now, hopefully I can get it out properly because I edit a lot. And when I twitch, it's not easy. I do my twitching and it's like a form of Tourette's. So my body takes control. Anyway, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to Simon Sinek. He was neat. He was talking about the Captain Swinson and how he had rescued his soldiers. And that he had a deep sense of love for these men, these wounded soldiers. And he even kissed them. He kissed one, and it was all on tape, and it was a man that was recording him, and he didn't know it. And I thought that was so profound because as witnesses, we never really get to see these leaders quietly, except at Bottle King, right? Where when we finally get to see them, they're doing things that are not, they're doing underhanded things. And that was, it's not a sacrifice on their part on a Sunday morning that Mr. Morris should have been out in field service or, helping somebody, not buying alcohol, he took a vow of poverty. I don't get it. I liked how he brought out that when there's so many instructions that are given from leaders, so many instructions, that feelings just kind of go out the window and there's no trust in the organization as a whole. And that's true. I think in so many ways, the leaders have put so much distrust in the publishers, and they all fight amongst themselves. They're always going to elders and tattling. I did. I tattled. I didn't realize, I did it more so when I was younger. When I was older, I just kind of gave up because I knew that it didn't matter, because the ones that were protected were always elders' children. And generally, elders' children were the ones that I was associating with. I kind of gave up on that. That was awful. It wasn't a good space to be in. It's not a good space to be in when you're tattling all the time, or you're looking at a brother or sister and they're saying something against the organization, or they just have opinions and you go and tell an elder. Yeah, the leaders set the tone. They sacrifice, right? The leaders set the tone. They get the discomfort first. They get hit first. And Jehovah's Witnesses, when they get hit, you never see anything happen to the leaders. They're in a gated community where you can't really see what's happening on the inside. Everything is distanced. And they made it more so now than ever before. I mean, it used to be that you can walk in New York City in Brooklyn, and you could walk in, and you didn't need a certain attire in order for you to get in there. You could walk around and look. It's changed, especially when I was 20 years old, 18 years old, 17 years old. It's changed. It's not the same. I liked how when you fear the leaders, you don't trust them. There's fear and distrust. And time and energy is wasted when we're always trying to protect each other from each other, because it weakens the organization. I thought that was a good point. And you really see it. There's so much instruction, the elder's book that's given to them. Yeah, it's sad. So people don't feel safe. There's never been a time, and Lloyd and other people that are providing information are explaining that you need to see your leaders, and you need to see them suffer a little. I mean, it's suffering. And you never see them with their regular clothes on, or, getting out and talking to people, really getting out and talking to people. Not with a camera behind them, but really just getting out and talking to the friends or the publishers. They don't do that. In regular clothes, not talking down to people, but talking with the people. Getting people that have frustrations and sitting them down. If they're gonna videotape anything, that's when you want to see that. You want to see people disgruntled telling them, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. If they're gonna rule the world, they better get used to not always understanding. They have to sit and try and understand what people are going through, because not everybody is the same. So he explained parents and how if you're a parent, you want to combine talents and strengths. And in order to do that, you want to have lots of opportunities for your children. You want to give them education. You want to give them, encouragement to do the right thing. Discipline. That for me is discipline. Encouragement to do the right thing so that they can achieve more in their lives. And that's not something that Jehovah's Witnesses do. They don't really encourage education so that they can achieve more. I think that has been probably one of the biggest downfalls as Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't encourage their children or their people to have an education to better themselves. Head counts versus heart counts. Yeah, well, we see it now. The baptism is more important, right? Baptism is more important. And rank is more important. That leadership, it's not about rank. It's not. And yet that's exactly how it runs in the organization. You're a pioneer, you're a ministerial servant, you're an elder, you're a circuit overseer, special pioneer, right? And it goes on up to the governing body helpers. I mean, there's a rank there. It's sad that leaders sacrifice first. That was the point, that leaders sacrifice first. And that's not something that we see. I mean, I never saw that. It's really sad. I always gripe about how many times I've seen elders. I mean, this is my biggest gripe, because I had a scholarship. I could have gone to college. I could have done better for myself. I didn't. I let go of the college scholarship because I got chastised in the congregation. I didn't want to get chastised in the congregation. That same elder and those same elders' kids, even, I heard the background noise. Some of them went to college. One went to Stanford on a full scholarship, and the other one had to work her way up. So she got college loans. And so it wasn't the same for her in her own family. One of her siblings got a full ride and the other one had to work it. And then there was another group of kids in that same age group that never went to college because they were elders' children. And, excuse me, I have to get clean. Those children that didn't go to school, that were in the same group of kids, griped because they didn't go to school where the other ones did. So I just think it's such a waste of youth. Excuse me. I just think it's a waste of youth, a waste of good individuals. Those heart count is more important than head count, and that is not something that the leaders of the organization don't care about that. It's more about the time and the ridiculous hours that you're spending. Stop sending letters to government officials. Oy, oy, oy. Don't put your addresses on there. Lady C and JT were explaining. I didn't even know that was happening. That's so ridiculous. And keep your money. Stop giving small groups that are break-off groups or Jehovah's Witnesses or any religion. Stop giving your money. Go to the homeless shelters. And if you have things around your home you're not using, do that. Don't give your money to those people. Look at how you don't even get to see how nice their gated communities are in New York. You don't even get to see it. You don't get to see their rooms. When I went to New York when I was younger, around 19, I got a chance to see where Brother Franz was his room. It was really just a very small, very modest room, but it was in the infirmary. It wasn't his actual room. I mean, it was his room in the infirmary. I took pictures of that. I was allowed to. I have them. I have to put it up. And Brother Genghis, I got to have a very small relationship with one of the nurses that was working with Brother Genghis. And so I got a little opening there. Local. If you're a local, like I said, I'm in South County, Aliso Viejo. Newport Beach Friends Library. This is where I got my freedom. I got a chance to meet Mr. Douglas, and I got my freedom through him. I had little pieces of information that I would listen to. I would get ready for meeting, and my husband would put on Lloyd and Cosmic Skeptic and Telltale and all these things. And I would just, I'd be getting ready, listening and thinking, oh my God, JT and Lady C, thank you. Thank you for doing all that you did, because I'm out. Newport Beach Library. The Friends Library of Newport Beach. They're having a book sale. It's so fun. Saturday, December 5th. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that it's on a Saturday. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You bring, they supply the bags. We supply the bags. So masks required, a limit of 25 people in a sale area. The limit is 30 minutes. You can get a lot done in 30 minutes. Rain postpones it to December 12th, but I don't think you're going to get rain on December 5th. At 10 to 2, okay? 10 to 2. It's at the Friends Library in Newport Beach, right around the Civic Center, right next to Gelson's. So there's Gelson's and Pete's. And if you drive up to the library, they'll walk into the library and they'll direct you. It's on the outside of the library. So it's a book sale. Guess how much? You can put as many books in a bag, and you pay $3 a bag. $3 right here, $3. So it was serendipity for me. I got a bunch of books one day. Karen Armstrong, Michio Kaku, Mr. Douglas, and it was everything I just kind of needed. So many neat things, and you can find books. You can find books, information, knowledge. That was what I needed in order to get out. So if you're a local yokel, 10 o'clock, 10 to 2, and you can get a bag there, $3. And these books are not cheap books. I mean, you turn around and you actually look at the prices. And books, you don't get to go to Barnes & Noble and just buy a bunch of books for your kids because they're expensive. So, kids' books are going to be on sale. So you pile in as much in a bag and you pay $3 for each bag. So that's my early Christmas gift for the little kids in the community, whoever lets their kid go. So that's going to be fun. I hope this helps you on your healing journey. Follow your bliss. Be good humans.